All right, I don't know if anyone's going to tune into this because it's late. It's like 2:30 a.m. on the East Coast. It's 11:30 here. But I don't know if anyone checks my website, but I'll go over real quick the point of this live stream at 11:30 at night on a Monday night where most people are probably asleep. This is the last. So if you look at how my pregame bets, which you can find on my website when you click on this SPT plays all year long. It's just been tough, right? And so that's why I'm calling this the last stand. Like I'm motivated to close the season out strong in pregame bets. I'm not giving up. And people are like, oh, there's only the season's almost over. Well, yeah, but I can apply this next year, and I can also apply the concepts I'm learning doing this to other sports. So, like I said, you're always learning, But yeah, the last stand. I am motivated to figure out a way to profit from pregame bets. And so that's what I've been working on today. And so what I'm doing right now is I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I tuned my models. I tuned the hyperparameters. I fixed some things with how I was calculating random forests. I was, not handling the out-of-bag stuff and confusion matrix properly. But I think I fixed that, and I feel like I'm on my way. I'm on my way. So right now I'm setting my parameters. I guess you could call them keys, but a lot more complex than keys. So what I'm doing is I'm creating scree plots. So a scree plot, you're pretty much looking for upward trends. So I already did the scree plot here. This is the logistic regression for spread bets. As you can see, the scree plot is going up permanently. That's what you're looking for here. What these scree plots are based off of is I ran a bunch of Monte Carlo simulations on test and train data with my logistic regression that I calculated, and I did a bunch of combos of logistic regressions as well with the same concept, test train, to figure out what the best combination of variables are. Oh, wow, there's someone in the chat. What's up? Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to join. It's late, but I just feel like this deserves to be on video because I'm motivated. But so I do a lot of Monte Carlo's test training, make sure the model's not overfit and everything, and then I take the results of the Monte Carlo simulations and I plot them out like that. And so that's the spread. So I'll show you the random forest. I already tuned the spread. So what I'm doing is I'm tuning the scree plots here to find the optimal. Okay, so you can see that starting at about 0.72, the random forest becomes profitable for spread bets. Everything before that is not profitable, obviously, because you can see the downward trend. But everything above about 72% is profitable. Actually, 71.6 is the exact number, all the way up to 97.2. So that's pretty good. And so now I redo the scree plot, and it looks like that. And that's about 20% of the. So if this stays my edge, so here's my edge right here. 58.74% is what I can expect from random florist odds between 71% and higher. Pretty much is what I can expect. 58.7%. And that makes up about 20% of the testing database, so not very picky. Meanwhile, the log one hits at 63%, but it only takes about 6%, about 1 in every 16 plays. So looks like I got people overseas, but that's what I'm doing. I'm tuning these things. So I also have a concept, so that's random forest, and then I combine the two. If the logistic regression and random forests are on the same page, you get this. And what I had to do is I had to scale this because, the standard deviation and range of the logistic regressions is a lot different than the standard deviation and the range of the random forest output. So I had to scale them both to make sure they're on the same page. And so you can see, so when they're on the same page, it looks like a scaled value, because it's not really a percentage, but more of like a scaled value. But there is you can see the elbow starting at about 0.4 for the combined. So it goes all the way up to 2. I don't want to give it 2.46. I feel like that's a little too high. I would say about 1.6. Let me put 1.75. So I'm just going to keep tuning it. Yeah, so it's 1.69 is our number. And then the bottom end, I'm going to try about 0.3 first and see what it says. So it's 0.397, 3937. And so then when I redo this, the plot, we got a straight upward trend, what we're looking for, and that hits at 57.82% and carves out about 1 in 7 plays. So it's not very picky, but that's the thing. And then the SEM, I call it the semi-combined. It's when the logistic is between 0.757 and 1, and the random force is between 0.71 and 972. That hits 66%, but it's very rare, not even 1% of the plays. So that's not going to happen very often. So that's why you'd probably look for the combined one, which shows a profit of 149 units, 57.8%. So I just tuned the spread model. And now I'm going to tune overs. And overs are done the exact same way as the spreads, and so will unders. And you're probably wondering why I split out overs and unders. It's just the way I prefer to do it. Really no rhyme or reason. So let me go ahead and tune this scree plot right here, starting with the logistic regression. Okay, we got an elbow. So that's, as long as there's an elbow, you're fine. Like, so we got 2 elbows. I mean, you could say this is an elbow right here, but really you're looking for a more sustained elbow, especially at higher numbers. So, but we got one. That's good. We got an elbow. That's what you want. Looks like it goes all the way up to about 0.625. So let me try 0.63, and it starts at probably about 0.58. So let me just type 0.57. So 5733 is the exact number, and then 62.67. And then when I do that again, there you go. That's what we're looking for. You're looking for a long, sustained upward trend. Some people might say this is overfitting, and it probably is, but for example, like that, anything that goes from all the way up to 1 like that, it's not overfit. And this is 0.716 and 0.972. Wait. Hang on a second. I forgot to rerun the... Yeah. Okay, hold on. No need to worry. I need to rerun the Monte Carlos. So it's a model, scree, send, and then over, pre, which stands for pre-games. I have it split out by pre-game and second half. So I'll do 30 simulations. You don't need to do that many simulations with a random forest because of it already, at least in R, it already does a bagging. So you're good there. Okay, so let me start over here. We're tuning our parameters. All right. So here's a logistic regression for overs. Okay, that's not encouraging. There's still something we can work with, and you don't have to play the logistic regression if you don't want to. Like you just want to find something, and I'm guessing. Well, we know it peaks at 0.5263. Let me just try 0.51 there. Okay, 0.5142. So it's a small window. It's a small window, but it gives us something to work with. It's still 54%. So let's just stick with that. Like I said, we don't have to use it. We just, we don't have to use it. And then for the random forest has been a lot better tonight because it's better for stuff like this. Oh, wow, that's like perfect right there. That is one of the most perfect random forest scree plots I've ever seen in my life. Wow. I wonder what the carve's going to be on this one. 80%. An 80% carve. Wow. And this is, like I said, it's not overfit. I did a 75-25 test train split. Wow, okay. I mean, that is just crazy. I'm going to just start at like 0.6 just to make it a little bit more picky. Let me do 0.61. Whoops. That's the most perfect looking scree plot I've seen so far. And I've been doing this all day almost. Kind of. All right, so now let me go over to the combined graph. That's another good looking one right there. I mean, overs looks like my tuning has found its sweet spot with the overs. Yeah, so wow, I'm excited about this. We'll see how it goes though. Like I said, it might be overfit and it might not win. So that is over. So we have overs in, and now let me do unders. I'll do 30 runs. I could do more, but it is what it is. All right. Probably a better way to do this, but oh well. I just, it is what it is. All right. I'm not feeling good about the log here. Just like the last one. Logs are, there's not a lot to work with here. There's not. But like I said, you don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. The ATS one looked good, but the totals have not. But the random forest looks like they're going to come to our rescue. Let me try 0.57. So I'm going to do... Okay, that's not going to work. Let me try 0.54. I mean, it's not the best looking thing in the world, but it still has a carve. Carve is pretty much what percent of the overall data set that that graph represents, and it represents about 6.5%. So it still has a carve that's pretty low, so it's not that big. All right, let's look at the random forest. Looks like my random forest is either way overfit or it's just going to be really awesome. It's going to be one of the two. There we go. And then let's check out the combo graph. Yeah, that's another good looking plot to me. That's the combo graph again is when you combine the logistic regression and random forest are on the same page, what's the deal? So that's what this shows. When they're on the same page, it goes up like that, which is good. Just to make it a little bit more picky. You see that tail looks pretty flat, so I'm going to stop. Maybe like 0.956. All right, that's a little bit more picky, but I don't know what more you can do after that. All right, good. All right, so we got the under, and then money lines. Money lines are a little different because money lines you can't just do straight wins and losses. You have to factor in, the odds as well, the probabilities. So let me do it's model ML send. So yeah, money lines just a tad different because you're going based off really units, not so much percentage, because you need to do a little bit more layers with the money lines. You need to calculate expected values based on the money line and your return and everything like that. So what do you mean the model payout doesn't exist? I did this earlier. Hang on, I think I know what's going on. Payout, yep. All right, so hold on one second. I got this, guys. I got this. I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. I have to set the money line. Let me get rid of the... All right, now we should be good. And 30. All right, this time we shouldn't get an error. What? It's resfac. Right? There we go. What is my background that got me into stats and coding? Just having a passion for this stuff. Like, you can't get as far as I have with this unless you just have a passion for the numbers and not so much about the winning and losing and the betting and everything, but just enjoying playing around with the numbers and all that. That's how you wouldn't have the patience otherwise. Like I've put thousands of hours into this crap. It's crazy. I'm running into error messages. I think I know what's going on. So yeah, I forgot to do this, so I need to add this, the scaling, what I was talking about at the beginning. So it's 13, 14, and 15. Is it still log %? Log exp val and rf exp val. Dang it. You got to scale because different expected values. I keep hitting Control C on accident. That's late. I don't know if a stream like this would interest anybody, but I feel like it's worth showing people how hard I'm working to try to solve the unsolvable, at least for this year. So I'm calculating standard deviations and means so I can scale it properly. And then I need to add to the matrix at the bottom. Means and standard deviations for future reference. Hopefully that works. Now let's give it a shot. There we go. No error messages. So this works a little bit different. The same concept, it's just different numbers. Okay, we do have a good elbow for logistic regression on money lines. That's a good sign. However, instead of percentages, we're looking at like expected values. So it looks like it starts a little bit before 0. So let me try minus 0.1. It's actually minus 0.0388 and then 0.1856. That's a good looking plot, and it makes up about 8%. Or the carve is 44%. That's a pretty big carve. This is not going to be picky, and the ROI is 8.52%. That's not. What if I started at 0 just to play it safe? 0.01. The ROI goes up to 9.26%. It's a little bit more picky. Just to make it even more picky, let's do 0.025, and that's 0.322. There we go. That's 11.3% ROI, carve of 22%. So yeah, a lot more picky, and that's good. All right, so let's look at the random forest. All right, that's not. There's still an elbow, but it's not what I was expecting. But still, we can work with it. Let's try 0.2713. And 1.8766. I mean, it's still about 20% of the data with an ROI. The ROI is higher than the logistic. And then the combo, let's see what the combo looks like. Okay, that's almost perfect. Like, you can't get much more perfect than that. The question is, like, where do you start? It's just a constant uphill. You go all the way to 5.7982 here. Jeez. Crazy. It's almost a perfect scree plot. Can't get much more perfect than that. Whoops. Dang it. I got rid of the number. 1.8766. Yeah, this is the last day, and I'm tuning my model, trying to figure it out. These scree plots might be a little too perfect. That's a carve. Okay, so that's a carve of only 5%. I can work with that. 30% ROI, by the way. And the semi has an ROI of 27%, but the carve is only 7%. So we got something to work with there for money lines. Okay, so that's money lines. So I put them all in. Let me look at my matrices. Make sure our standard deviation and mean is in there. Oops, that does not look right. Good thing I checked, because that does not look right. RF mean. They're the same numbers. I know why. Yep, I put the wrong letter right here. Have no fear. I'm gonna have to do it over again though. The question is, I did not make the same mistake up there, so I just only had to redo the money line combo part. Okay, hopefully the scree plot isn't as perfect, so let me try that again. Okay, that's more like it. That's what I was expecting. What is the scale? So the mean. I want to view the plot real quick. I just want to make sure it's. I feel like it shifted a little bit too much before 0. That's not right. That's not right. That's better. All right. I think we're good. I just wanted to make sure. Hang on, let me run that one more time. I know why it shifted so much to the right. I should calculate this first before I do the cut. There we go. That's better. That might mean I have to redo it up here, though, too. Yep. I'm going to have to redo it. The combine. Yeah, I got to do a redo. Oh, well. Let me make sure it works on money lines first. What do you mean comb only is not found? I got this. Like I said, most of doing stuff like this is all trial and error. Things didn't really change much, but my intuition was right, is that the scale is shifted too much to the left. See? My gut instinct was right. All right, carve is 20%. There we go. All right, now, but I got to redo the other three. I should still have the coefficient, or whatever you want to call it. That is a great question, Mikowski. It's a great question. No comment. I don't want to get myself in trouble. It's funny you ask that, though. I think that's funny. All right. I just got to redo this. I'm making good progress here. I really am. This might seem kind of stagnant, but hey, I'm going somewhere with this. Trust me. All right. Let's do 0.5, 1. Or wait, no. We already have the... So I only need to do for the combo because I already have the numbers. 716.972. Let me just do this again because that doesn't look right. Yeah. Doesn't look right. Not as defined as it was earlier. Oh well. Oops, too many periods. That's still, the carve is still too high. All right, we were able to cut the carve down to 30%. That's fine. All right, and then what we were originally here for, this. Okay. Still a good looking scree plot. Let's go. The carve is 47%. Is there any way I can get it down? Nope. That's crazy. Crap. I just had a realization. I'm getting the standard deviation stuff from the wrong column. It should be, gosh, what's the... Am I? Should be. Yeah. That should be how I do it. Let me go back. That's better. That's better. See, I'm catching these things. That's why it's all about trial and error, guys. Catching these things. And we have a scree plot right there. Perfect. The carve is still too high for my liking, but it is what it is. There's, you know, it's a good problem to have. Let's put it that way. 54%. I mean, nothing earth-shattering. All right. So let's move on to totals real quick. Overs. I haven't even put in the framework yet for second half, so I'll do that tomorrow. 30. Yeah, I don't want to answer that question because nothing good could happen from answering that question on a live stream to the public, broadcasting it to the world. All right. But I'm sure there would be people who are like, oh, you're a non-answer, pretty much think, you know, idiots like that. Okay. Oh man, that's a good looking scree plot. You know, I'll start at 0.1 or something just to keep it fair. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, how do you cut that down? You can't. It's a 60% carve. You can't cut that down. It's impossible. So when I get to the point on the stream where I'm starting to actually plug in hypothetical plays, there's going to be a lot. All right. And one more for unders, and then we can move on to the hypothetical plays. This is a 65% carve right here. Okay, I can cut that down. I can cut that down. Let me try 0.675. 0.864. Still a carve at 33%. There's really not much more I can do to cut it down. All right. It's better than 60% though. Now we can do this. It's very defined. We can put it that way. Very defined. Unders. $1.8. So there's a small window, but it's 59%. You know, I can cut that down a little bit more. Let me try 1.95. 1.9525 is our number. Cuts it down to 13.95%. There we go. I'll stick with that. 61%. All right. So now that I got those in, let me just... Yeah, I can work with that. Now I can go back to where pre-key plays. Okay. So I need to first... take these and then log mean, where I have the mean and standard deviation stored so I can scale properly. Scaling is a very big deal. You got to learn how to scale in your some of your models, because not all values are on the same plane. Log percentage divided by minus log mean divided by log SD. And then the same thing right here. I was using the built-in scale function earlier, but then I realized I couldn't do that because it's different data sets. RF mean divided by RF SD, and then I can keep that one the same. So let me look at this. Pre-key plays 2. Oh, get out of here. Subscript's out of bounds. What are you talking about? I know why. Why do I have that as A? It should be 1. Silly me. It's late. Trust me, this is all going to be worth it. We're going to, by the end of this live stream, we're going to learn if this approach is worth the crap or not. Oh, where's the typo? I don't see the typo. Do you? Tree ATS. Let me run that again. There it is. I had a typo in there. All right. Let's try this one more time. Okay. View ATS log out 2. That's why I'm live streaming this, because this is like kind of a do or die. All right. So let me make sure everything's scaled over here. Should be. Something's not right. Why is there nothing like in the center? I guess that's just how it is. Oh well, that's fine. We can work with it. All right. So now that I have that, these are the scaled columns over here, by the way. Now that I have that, we can determine if the criterias are met. Okay, let's do this. So only one. I'm calling BS on that. I'm calling BS. Maybe not. No, there should be at least, there should be 4 on there. No, 4, 7, 5. So these 3 should be plays. Navy, which they didn't cover the 12. No, wait. That line. They are 12-point favorites. So it was picking both. All right, I see it. I see where we're at. It wanted Loyola. Yeah, it wanted, and they did cover the 12. I can tell you that right now. They did cover the 12. I see where we're at. All right. But why isn't Quinnipiac on there? Something's not right. Also, this calculation right here is not correct either. So something's fishy here. It's stats at the time of the games. But yeah, these are stats at the time of the games. All right, gosh, but something's not adding up here. There should be 2 on there. Log percent. So I'll log out to log percent greater or equal to something's not right. Let me debug here real quick. What the hell? What's going on? Why won't it print anything? Why isn't it working? Something's really weird here. This is bizarre. What the hell? Alright, this just doesn't make any sense at all. Like the function isn't running even though I'm running it. And I'm trying to figure out why. This kind of makes me mad because I'm being strung up right now by something that doesn't make any sense. It's like the function is stopping, but it's not giving me any error messages or anything. This is totally bizarre. Did I click something to make things not run properly? Do I need to like restart R? Yeah, I'm going to restart R because this is not making any sense at all. It does not make any sense at all. Yeah, that's what I like. What the hell? Like, I even tried to just do a function where it just printed that and it wasn't even working. So, like, something's up. It makes no sense at all. Maybe restarting it will help. All right, well, it takes a while to save, so I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I drank a huge smoothie before coming on the air. This is a 32-ounce cup, and I filled it up twice, so that's like 64 ounces of smoothie. Yeah, it takes a while to save the workspace image, but yeah, that's never happened to me before. Where like the function just stopped working. Like something's weird. But trust me, this is all going to pay off. Like I said, we're trying to see if my place selecting method ends up panning out. I feel like making the fixes with the random forests is going to be the difference maker because I was doing it wrong. Like not that I didn't understand how it worked, but I was not reading the confusion matrix properly. All right, let me restart R. Let's see if this is better. First, let me see if that dummy function I made works. If not, then I have a problem. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe like let me try the dummy function. Okay, that's I guess yeah, just restarting it. I don't know, maybe it like ran out of RAM or something. I don't know. All right. I forgot to reload my packages. Okay, that's better. There we go. I was looking for 3 items in there earlier. That's what started the whole ordeal. Okay. So really, it's loyal MD twice because it's saying 1 corresponds to the team and 0 corresponds to their opponent. So it would have been Marist and loyal MD. They were 12-point dogs, so I think that's backwards. But still, we're on the right track. But wait, whoops. All right, the edge is correct now. All right, 61%. All right. I don't know. Log play, log percent. And edge. And then assign the line is backwards. Yeah. Navy was a 12-point favorite. So fix that. So I fix that, and then we assign teams. If all log ATS log play equals 0, whoops. That should do it. This is going to be a longer function than I thought it was going to be. Oh well. All's well that ends well. There we go. Okay, now we can just, or I should only multiply the line. Hang on a second. Whoops, I can't assign something to the variable lm, by the way. All right, now let's see if this is better. There we go. Only Loyal was not a 12-point favorite. They were a 12-point dog. Aha. I think I got this. There we go. All right, perfect. Perfect. All right. Now I just do a group by. Why is the... You know what? Hang on a second. No. That's why. The line's not wrong. It's just that I entered it in wrong. They weren't... Was that how it was on my website too? That must have been an error on the website I copy and pasted it from. Yep. Crap. I can verify this because I always archive my odds. I was about to say that those... Yeah. Those numbers are way too high. Hold on. Archive the odds. Yep. Yep, they had it entered in wrong. That's not on me, that's on them. Oh well. But the question was Quinnipiac. Were they favorites or dogs? They were favorites. No. Yeah. No, they were dogs. Quinnipiac was a dog. So Maris was a favorite. So I got that backwards. So I do have... That's why I do have it backwards. So I had the line right. We'll just ignore the Navy play for this example. Marist. So Marist would be the only one. Or, yeah, Marist would be the only one. This is frustrating. So Marist was the play. I got it. Five to 10. What I'm trying to do is do a group by, so I can account for the multiples. That's not what I'm looking for. Forgot the A. There we go. Hang on a second. Nope, that's right. All right, I think I'm almost there. Almost there. I need to do select first. Select. Team line. Indie team C blend. A team C column. Edge. Okay. See how that looks. Oh, get out of here. That's the name of the column right there. Oh, I forgot the pipe. Forgot the pipe. There we go. There we go. I might need to do a join. And I need their opponent on there too. I didn't think about that. need that column. I can go without it. I don't use it for anything anyway. Yeah, that's how it is, and I'm sticking with it. And then how do I... The SQL, the thing I uploaded to SQL, that's a question. All right, bet type, team, opponent. All right, I just need to format it like that. Yeah, I was right. I don't have location in there. All right. So team, opponent, line, and that's a lot for just against the spread. And this is just log as well. Crap. Okay. Now I can move on to random forest. All right. A lot of changing here. Just changing log to RF. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get the random forest plays here. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I was expecting that. Like I said, it's not very picky. It's not very picky, so I just don't know if there's a way to make it more picky. Yeesh. That is. I was expecting that. All right, now let's do the combo. Is it CMB? Yep. That might not work because I changed a couple columns, so let's see. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. I've already evaluated against pass report. I'm past that point. Right now, I'm trying to set up for future performance. So what kind of worries me is that it might be overfit. That's why there's so many random forest plays. What? Aha. Aha. Yes, I forgot a step. All right, hold on. There we go. This might make it a little bit more picky. Let me see if that worked. It should have. American, Bucknell, log play at 1. So Bucknell, no American. Yep, it worked. So that one only picked 11. And I know Iowa covered that. I know Houston covered that. I think Boston did cover that. And I know Butler went out right. So that looks actually pretty good. That looks actually pretty good just based on initial glance. This is yesterday, by the way. Those are yesterday's games. All right, so all comb. And then finally, the... This one's going to be a little bit different. Semi. There's 4 different things I look at. This is what I call the semi. I call it semi%. Yep. And they have to be on the same page. Don't forget that. This is kind of like the comb, but a little bit different. Similar, but a little bit different. There probably is not going to be a lot that meet this criteria. Very rare, but a high edge. A high edge if it does. Let me try that. Yeah, just one. Marist, just like it was in the log. All right. Do they have the same all the same columns? They should. If they don't, I'm going to be mad. One more R bind or group by. Man, time is flying by. It's almost 1 a.m. All right. So I have it sorted by edge. So there's a lot of... So let's go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and grade these. If I had this approach yesterday, here's what the plays would have been. Okay? So just for the sake of it, I'm going to grade these. I'm going to get rid of the Loyola play, though, because that line is wrong. So if I had this approach yesterday, here's what would have been the plays. This is an unseen data set, by the way. Look at the scores from yesterday. I'm pretty sure American didn't cover that, by the way. Jeez, it won't load. I don't know if like my internet throttles me or what, but I just want to look at scores. That's it. Jeez. Guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I don't know if Maris covered that one or not. Okay. Marist did cover. American, I'm pretty sure American didn't. Oh, they did. Wow, okay. Boston University covered. Butler covered. Coppin State covered. Wow, we're 5-0. And this is unseen data, by the way. Hartford. They covered. Houston covered. Idaho pushed. Am I right? Idaho pushed. Wow, we haven't had a loss. This is unseen data. Iowa covered. Lehigh. Are we going to have a loss? No, they covered that. Wow, we haven't had a loss yet. Maryland, I know they covered that. Memphis. Come on, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Idaho and Montana State are on here twice. So that would have been a push out. Okay, man, we have not had a loss yet. Navy. Oh, yeah, we deleted that one. North Dakota State against South Dakota. Oh, man. This is too good to be true, guys. Like, I'm actually mad at this point because there's no way it's... This is unseen data, guys. Unseen data. South Carolina State. Please, there has to be a loss in here at some point. There's no way it went undefeated yesterday. This is unseen data, though. This is not part of the training data set. UTEP. All right, well, if I ran this yesterday, it would have gone 19-0. Something is not adding up here. Either... Gosh, and for anyone actually, I don't know if anyone's actually watching right now, but this is not part of the train data set. Like, this is yesterday's data. I haven't even plugged it into the model yet. So you're telling me my approach would have gone 19-0 yesterday? I'm not mad. I'm just like, that's just got to be too good to be true. I mean, I'm thrilled, like, if that's the case. 19-0. That is unbelievable. I was not expecting. Like, I'm not. I know it's unreal, right? Like, this is unseen. Like, I have not run my model today, so this is all yesterday's data, so it wouldn't be a part of my model at all. That's why I'm doing it. Wow, 19-0. Like, I was just going online. There's got to be a loss at some point. But no, 19-0. Like, that's not the norm, guys. Remember, the scree plot showed, like, what, 55, 60%? I think that's just incredible luck. But, man, if that's not an encouraging... Let me do totals. I'm going to do totals because there's got to come crashing down at some point. I got to program it in, so give me a few minutes. I am beside myself right now. (19-0). Could you imagine that? If I actually had played those yesterday? All right. Let me try overs. Should just be a simple matter of replacing. Like, it's not, like, you know, I'm going to say it right now. There's 19-0, that would be a total fluke. That's just not realistic. Whoops, I need to change that. Something tells me this mask replacing is going to backfire on me. Yeah, I know one thing I already need to do. I'm going to start small and work up from there. One bit at a time. B-type. I had it wrong. What? I just reran the dang thing. I hate when I get error messages, stuff I know I fixed. Here we go. Making progress. That's weird. I don't need a mutate in there. For the first time in my life, I'm finally free. No mansion for me. No, that's not what I want. Forgot to get rid of the pipe. It's going to be a long function when it's done. By the way, these messages give me right here, that's a glitch in our studio. It happens sometimes. Okay. This looks fine. Let me just verify. That is very heavy towards the over. That is a red flag. It only picked... Yeah, that's a red flag right there. That's why. I am going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Let me do this too. That one's more like it. Okay. Back to the drawing board real quick. Yeah, that's not gonna fly with me picking all overs. It was using the ATM metric. I wouldn't use that one alone for anything. So I need to re-juggle. Model fit juggle over pre, and let's do 25. Yeah, I made some breakthroughs, but this is so I'm cycling through all the potential combinations to plug into a linear regression, and then I determine which one was the best out of the combos. You know, that way, and so I run the Monte Carlos and everything to make sure it's not overfit, and that I'm not looking at p-values here. I'm just looking at how they all do against the same test train data set. But I just don't like how ATM was isolated. That's why I was all picking all overs. Okay, that time it picked Team C. I think I can handle that. Should I rerun? Yeah, I'm going to rerun with 30. Yeah, you should have... Look at this. Wait, no, I closed the file, but... testing my new approach on spreads for yesterday, it went 19-0. And I think that was just extreme luck on my end. I don't think it was overfit or wrong or anything, because I've only run my model through the 27th. So all the data I ran it on for the 28th is not in the model yet. 19-0 against the spread, which is just, like I said, incredible luck is what it is. I picked ATM again. Man, I don't want it to pick ATM so low. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to delete solo ATM from the matrix. Where's my matrix? Here we go. That's the one metric that can't run solo is ATM. Not that it's a bad method, but I just need to retool it a little bit. All right, now it should skip ATM. Yep, it skipped it. I closed Saturday night very strong, barely enough to come out ahead, but Sunday, I went 4 and 10 on second halves, and then I started to examine things a little closer, and that's where I found some issues, which I've been working on. So the reason I started streaming is because I'm coming to the end of fixing these issues, and I want to show you all the results. Okay, I can live with Team C. I just wish that the random forest one was not ATM only. You know, I don't even have to rerun this. I can just do the model select. Oh, well. Here we go. Boom. Okay, I can deal with that. Okay, I can deal with Team C. Okay, I'll go with this. Model screen send over pretty 30. And then all right, that's what I'm talking about. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. All right. But it still has a carve of 76%. Jeez, that's ridiculous. I need to find a way to trim that down. Okay, I got the carb down to 32%. I can deal with that. All right. 0.594 and 0.926. 64% carb. But you can't trim that down. You can't. You can't. And then this. Oh, man. Should there be no negatives though? Didn't we fix that? Hold on. This is a carve. I can tune that down a little bit more. Minus 0.33, 3073. And it flattens up a little bit at the top, so that last peak at about 1.24. There we go. Yeah. I'll stick with that. That's 47% still, but I'll go with that. And now, you know what I never did? I never did pre-tree. That might be why ATM looks so bad, but oh well. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why the ATS is. That might be it. That might be why the spread plays were so good. So it might have been a false alarm. I'll redo it. It's still picking all overs. Man. That didn't fix it. It's bizarre. Carve is just how much of the original data set it extracts, just a percentage. So 64% means 64% of the data set is part of this curve right here. The lower, the more picky it is. So that 64% is pretty high. I'm baffled. It's picking all overs. Is it doing that on the scree plot too? Spread was fine. Let me see if there's an over bias. Yeah, kind of, but I mean, blind overs are 53%, 53.5%. This is the danger of splitting by over and under. Man, I know what I need to do. Yeah, I do overs and unders separately because I was trying to do it combined earlier and it just wasn't working out. But you probably should do it combined for reasons like this. Because otherwise you're going to have like lopsided training sets like we have here. I just... That's something I'll have to fix another... It'll just take for a long time to fix. That's all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a combine. I'm not gonna do it on the stream though. I'll do it tomorrow. That's like gonna be a project. Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna be lopsided. Yeah, I don't have a choice. It has to be even. So, I'm going to do spreads one more time. Just to see what happened. I forgot to run pre-key tree, so that might be the reason it was so good. Whoops. I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'll work on totals tomorrow. That was an oversight on my part. So I'll do this and then I'll go to bed. I mean, it looks like it still picked the same plays. One, two, 3-0, 4-0. I don't think Hartford beat Albany. Oh yeah, they did. 5-0, 6-0. That's a push. 7-0, 8-0. We deleted that one. So yeah, I guess... Is there a single loss in here? Nope. Yeah, 19-0. Nothing changed. Yep, 19-0 spreads, so at least that part looks good. Just for totals, I got to refigure that. So let me go back down here and show you what I'm talking about. Model fit juggle. So I would need to code this. Zero would be over and one would be under. So there's 632 unders and 712 overs. Let me get rid of the pushes. And do it again. Yeah, if the overs is that lopsided, it's gonna throw off any over-centric model. All right, so 624. So 704 slash 704 plus 624. Yeah, 53. If you just blindly bet overs in the time frame of that data set, you would be profitable because they're hitting at 53% right now. So that's why it was so over skewed. So did you guys hear that the Las Vegas Golden Knights signed like a sponsorship deal with the Tout organization? But there was so much backlash that they canceled it. Did anyone hear about that? It happened. They just canceled it today. I heard it on the news. So I have it coded to where a 0 equals over. And a 0 over here is the over was the result, and then the result there. And then where would I go from there though? that work? Yeah, totals are going to be like a completely different system. It's not what I was looking for. I'm surprised people are actually up. It's 1:30 in the morning. I don't know. I just want to... I hate going to bed with stuff unfinished, though. Because then I'll just stay up. I won't be able to sleep. Okay. Yeah. I'm just kind of ticked off that I didn't. This was a big oversight on my part with the totals, and I actually had started doing it combined earlier, and then I was like, no, I'll just split it out. I forgot that the reason you don't split out overs and unders is because it can be lopsided. That it's going to throw off the fit. So now I need to do it. Go back and just makes my head spin how much I have to change to accommodate this. So model fit send. I mean, I shouldn't have to change much. I mean, I guess I could try it and see what I need to change. I know what I can do. Yeah, so when you're doing any kind of model, you have to make sure the sum of your factors, anything that's classified as 0 or 0.5. All right. Model fit juggle. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if how much I need to adapt to get my juggle. Juggle is pretty much where it goes through all different combinations that it runs through as variables in the regressions and random forest, and then does the test train and all that. So let me run it as is, and I see what error messages I get. I'm not going to do any model selections yet. Model fit juggle. Let me see what error messages come up. Okay, we got one. Res fact not found. What do you mean? I think I spelled out key tree total. I think that's why. Yep. That'll do it. Now let's try. What error messages do I get this time? None. Wow, I'm surprised. So result of 1 means it went over, and I'm pretty sure that was the game that went in like 20 overtimes. Okay, it's not predicting. It's still not predicting any. Because remember, the higher numbers means under. Oh, this is mind-boggling. I think I know what I need to do. Yep, I am. It's called stratifying, and stratifying is when you ensure that your data set has an equal number of, if it's something that's supposed to be 50-50, like, you know, and theoretically there should be an even amount of overs and unders, you stratify your data set to make sure that there's an equal number. So let me do that. Gonna have to stratify here. Because look. Yeah. So I'm going to have to create a set with basically, I know how I can stratify. Over equals length which one, and then KTD under is greater than KTD over. I like how people are typing in foreign languages in the chat. Cracks me up. All right. This is all I need to do to stratify. Let's see if that works. What? What do you mean you can't do a sample larger than a population? That's why. Let me see if that works. Get out of here with this. I'm tired of these error messages that don't make sense. Okay, if there's 704 rows in the oversample, if the oversample is 704 rows, then it should be able to sample 624. Aha, I know that. Right. See if that does it. There we go. Now let's verify. Bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Bingo was his name. No, I wasn't subsetting the data frame properly. Okay. It's giving me more error messages. All right, what is that in max? There we go. That's a more like it distribution. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. In max P log V18, there is no V18. All right, so over, so that's 0. It ended up being an over, so it's a win. But based off of live predict, it classified it as an under and a loss. Okay, so we're good. 19 frames, so B log. Making progress. What happened to the Indian guy? Is he still here? I get a lot of emails from people in India because I can just tell by their names. P-log. Wrong frame. Why is it sending me? So that's only 17, but a total is 19. What are the extra columns? Did he dislike and leave? Man. All right, at some point I'm going to have to just call it a night, but like I said, I don't like going to bed on a problem. So I just don't think I can structure. Why is every over a loss? That's another issue. Yeah, that would be awesome. Trust me. It really would. Where'd the Indian guy go? You guys are leaving me hanging. Okay, now it's back to... So some point along here, it makes every over a loss. It's not resfac, it should be tote play. Right? Something's not... I'm too tired to figure this out. Man, I really thought this live stream would be the one. There's something wrong with my R binds. I mean, that looks fine to me. So how come when I bind it... There we go, okay. Something wrong with the use sample. I wonder if it has something to do with the factor. Or is there anything wrong with it at all? I don't think there is, actually. It's just the way it was bound. Dang it. So I just wasted all that time for nothing. Alright, so now the question is, I want to rearrange this frame to look like this frame. So obviously I would move this one to here. Obviously. So see if that does the trick. I don't want to view those. Ah, crap. Oh, man, I just realized that I need to do one more level of manipulation. It's not going to be that bad. So I need to change overs or unders. This shouldn't be too, this should be easy. just need to change rows 5 through 10. So in that case, if the inputs are the same, you should only need to do an over frame. Yes, I'm correct. All you need is an overframe. Why didn't I see this all along? Why did I not see this all along? All right, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired. Thanks for tuning into this random live stream, guys.